Hi, folks. This is Mario Guerra, former mayor here of the great city of Downey. And I'm doing a special episode here of Talking Downey with Mario and Eric because I wanted to bring something up for clarification, if you will, about something during this election that's coming up. So last year, when there was an election for assembly, Eric Pierce and myself invited all the candidates here and asked them general questions regardless of who we endorsed or who we supported. I think you, as the audience, and you can go back and look at our videos, can see we were very fair with our questions. And we basically really want this show to be informative about the city, get to know who the candidates are, and I think we did a pretty professional job. We were also the moderators of the show, of the Candidates Forum, along with the Downey Patriot and the Downey Chamber. And I think even folks that were on there that we didn't support, that even afterwards told us how fair we were. So we have a reputation and a credibility at stake on there. Eric as the editor of the Downey Patriot, myself as a former mayor, our credibility is at stake, and so is our integrity. So we want to make sure we will always be fair to all the candidates. So coming up in a couple of weeks, we're going to be taping the shows for the 6 Downey City candidates running for District 1 and District 3. Southeast Downey for District 1, Blanca Pacheco's old seat, is being run Horacio Ortiz, Ramon Casas, and Elvira Meraz. And then you got District 3, it's Gil Legespi, it'll be Dorothy Pemberton and Ernest Valley. So you have the two races that are coming on. So we invited all 6 candidates. The majority of them accepted. We did get something back from Elvira Meraz, from one of the candidates. It's important to share because of what the background is. And she writes it to Eric. Hi, Eric. This is the exact letter. Hi, Eric. Thank you for the invitation to appear on your podcast. As you know, your co-host, Mario Guerra, has made it his mission to besmirch my name throughout the community. It's been relayed to me, my supporters, that he is negative and portraying me with falsehoods. He even went so far as to call me by phone earlier this year and try to bully me into withdrawing from the race. Couldn't be further from the truth, but the word bullying really struck out. And the above is Mario Guerra's right to do, but certainly not the normal actions as a deacon in the Catholic Church. And it invalidates him in your show as an objective platform during this election cycle. And basically saying she won't be attending. So here's the real truth. So we were originally thinking of supporting her, the former mayor's coalition. Then when things came out about her past, that most former mayors, including myself, on there, she's claiming she's got a former mayor's endorsement, and nobody gave it to her except one, Kirk Hartosian. He told her, go ahead and use that when the original story, and it just wasn't true. I was really upset about it because we had just found out that there's some things in her past, a restraining order, a mutual restraining order with the ex-wife of her husband, and so forth. She seems like a very nice lady. We were very involved with her in talking to her, and we were looking at endorsing her. She seemed like the perfect candidate, and all this history came out from the ex-wife, but the real restraining orders. We then got some letters in the mail, I guess personal arrest and so forth. So I made the decision that I wasn't going to support her. Hans Fritz made the decision he wasn't going to be her campaign manager. But he asked me to give her a call to tell her that because he didn't want to hurt her feelings. None of us did. So the call that she claims I bullied her into drawing, it was basically to say on there, look, Hans said he's not going to be able to be her campaign manager. And, you know, I was on the phone call, the same phone call. Hans was standing right next to me. And we were basically saying, listen, some of these things are going to come out, whether they're true or not. It's going to be harmful to you and your family. You know, you should consider it. You should look at that because running for office is hard enough, but especially if there really is restraining orders and arrest and that kind of stuff on there. And remember, our city had just gone through this. We had just had a recall with Catherine Alvarez in District 3. So I was calling her more from a warning. It's like bullying. It's like, it doesn't matter to us whether she ran or not. I was trying to be helpful for her family. So for that, now her to say these things and spreading these things out are just terrible, just absolutely terrible. So I wanted to put that on the record. There's also a video that was texted to everybody, which I want to make sure that everybody knows that, you know, I had nothing to do with it. I'm not going to spend that time and money or looking the research. But there's this video. We're going to share it at the end. And it's exactly what I was trying to warn her about that would happen, that somebody out there politically was going to do some hit piece. And it seems like the ex-wife was already really on the bandwagon here as far as making sure that she didn't get elected. So here's this video. We're going to attach it to the end of this. And unfortunately, I mean, it seems like it's true. There's one part that bugs me is that questions Mayor Claudia Fermetta and former Mayor Kirk Kartosian as supporting her. I think that's out of line. I don't think it's got anything to do with anything. And I think it's wrong to even mention their names. So as soon as I saw the video, I called Mayor Fermetta and Kirk Kartosian and left them both a message saying, hey, as you know, we had nothing to do with this, but this is pretty sad, and I'm sorry your name got dragged through the mud. So, but I wanted to show you because I feel bad for her that these things are happening, but now I'm resentful and a little bit ticked off that she's using that, and she's using words like bullying, and she's attacking my faith and my position in my church. So I kind of resent that. She's not going to come on the show. That's her call. That's her loss, by the way, because you'll be able to judge the other people, including the folks that we're not endorsing or helping, and you're going to see the professionalism. I just want what's best for Downey. And if you're not willing to talk about what your positions are, who you are, why you're doing this, then that's something that the voters should decide on their own. So anyways, I wanted to make sure to get this on the record and show this and let everybody know I'm making a special short show about this, and then you can judge for yourself. Here's the podcast. Here is the video that was texted to everybody. We recently got paperwork about her arrest record in LA at a different time. All I'm saying is I don't know if they're true. I don't know who sent him. I know we had nothing to do with it, but on top of that, I feel bad for her and her family. But you know what? Don't go around calling me bullying, because there's other people there were in the phone call, as you know, and that's just not true. So please don't besmirch my own reputation by that. And anybody that asked me about her, I said, you know, she seems like a nice lady on there. You know, we dropped out when these things started coming out. So that's what I tell people, because it happens to be the truth.
Attention citizens of Downey, you have the right to be informed about a candidate's background before you vote. The information you are about to receive about Elvira Meraz, candidate for Downey City Council District 1, is public and based on court and police records. Records show that Elvira Meraz has a history of violence. According to Downey Police Department records, on April 24, 2013, at Gallatin Elementary School in Downey, Elvira Meraz was involved in a physical fight with her current husband's ex-wife Yvette Bonilla. Downey police responded, and a restraining order was issued against her.
On April 23, 2013, Elvira Gonzalez threatened me via text message, once again stating that she was going to get me, to watch my back. When I least expected she would get me, she would beat me and give me the beating of my life. On April 24, 2013, as I was on my way to work, dropping my daughter off at school, Elvira was waiting for me to assault me by the school gates. At the moment I asked her, "Why are you at my daughter's school?" She then said, "Let's do this." She then grabbed my hair. I defended myself. She was ready to fight, with her hair up, wearing tennis shoes, jeans, and a sweater, in front of kids and parents.
Do we want a candidate with a history of violence and a restraining order issued against her to sit on the Downey City Council? Surprisingly, both current Downey Mayor Claudia Fermetta and former Downey Mayor Kirk Kartosian have endorsed and are supporting Elvira Meraz. What message are Claudia Fermetta and Kirk Kartosian sending by supporting someone with a history of violence? Hasn't the recent recall in District 3 taught us anything? We should avoid spending another $1 million on recalls. Downey deserves leaders who are an example of integrity and respect. We must ask ourselves if Elvira Meraz really represents the values we want in our Downey City Council.
Anyways, I'm sorry that this was a little bit more negative than our usual podcast and what we talk about, but I felt it was important to set the record straight. It was important for my personal integrity to get this out. And then you're all going to be the judges of this when you guys see the videos of our podcast interviewing the candidates over the next couple of weeks. So anyways, Downey, stay involved on there. Be vigilant on there. Make your own decisions. And We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Talking Downey.